What's up, guys? Mike with Investment Empire. Just wanted to go over tomorrow's watch list for January 8th. Not only do I want to go over it, but I'm going to do this, at least, once a week, every Monday. I'll do it for you guys where, we can check these throughout the week too, because you're going to see how they play. A lot of them are a lot of swing trades because obviously, most people aren't trading with 25,000 in their account and they're able to make 10-day trades a day. But that's what I save the Forex for. I make a few day trades a day, but like I said, save that for Forex. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, here we have Allegiant Technologies. Now, Allegiant kind of has fallen in. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it because I have the Fibonacci retracement up, and that's so I can show you where it's going. But if Fibonacci came down into a descending triangle, I know I got a few more descending triangles on here, but if you look kind of how, here, I'll just actually do this for you. Bada bing. There. All right. Now, as this continues on, now this isn't like it's in a descending triangle as it is, and it's going to keep bouncing from the descending triangle. It's kind of hitting its peak right here. You can see it's starting to get a little oversold. This will go up because it is going to, what do you call it? It'll jump just a bit. I mean, I'm going to think somewhere right around the 50 percentile at 68.95, and then that's when you'll see your dramatic fall. And that's when you'll have that bearish breakout. So this is something that I'm keeping an eye on for the puts, and you might get that if we do reach a double bottom, maybe we might have a nice breakout. So it could go either way. That's why we're watching it. But so far, what it looks like with the descending triangle, and I mean being that it's Allegiant, it just you're looking more for a bull. You're probably gonna be looking more at a bullish pattern. So, let that just keep on watching it, let it go out, but be prepared for a put call on or for a put option on that, or shorting the stock, depending on what you guys are into. Next on our list here, let's go. Alcoa. All right. I don't know why Alcoa is on here. Let's see. Well, it's in a channel down. That's probably why I marked it. That's another bearish. Pretty much a bearish signal. Channel down is here. I'll even draw it out for you guys, and you kind of see what a channel down is. This is how we find our, find all the, your stock picks or what we're going to be trading for the week, all that. You kind of want to do your technical analysis, and not everything just goes in with the patterns. I mean, you got your patterns, then you got to be able to read your MACD. The MACD is kind of showing what it's doing at the moment, but you also want, see this MACD line right here? That's that. Hold on, let me try to get a good one right here. See that lit up line right there? It's that purple one, right? The first one. It's up top. Kind of separated. It might go up a little bit. See where this is bouncing. It might bounce there, but there's going to be a massive breakout and a bearish breakout, and it's just going to drop. I'm going to say, it should hit its newest low, but at worst case scenario, you're going to find its new home somewhere right around there. So you're looking at about 24.86 is where you should be at, maybe 25 bucks. So it'll be a pretty good short. Definitely keep an eye on that. Like I said, this is something to watch for the week. I'll release updates with daily watch lists. They'll either have some of the weeklies on there, especially if you want to really pay attention that day, and also there's some little bit different stuff, different plays, whatever I'm looking at. Obviously, mine's a little bit. Where's mine? What is this here? All right. Well, where's my? There it is. All right. But yeah, that's a good one. Now we got is Apple. Now Apple, obviously everybody knows it's been selling off like crazy. They were way overvalued as a company, but it's pretty bare. All indicators are showing bare. I do believe though that here, let's zoom in on this. Let's get you going because we're in a falling wedge. So no, I do believe it is going to test this high again, but every time it's going to kind of follow along at the 50-day EMA. So you might get a little bit, but it'll be a good point when it hits this drawing tool. So when it hits this level up in here, stupid assholes. But when it hits that up in there, you'll that's when you're gonna want to pretty much, you know what I'm saying, buying on your put side, and you should watch for the short signal. You could see a breakout only because if Apple starts to recover back to its normal state, that would be where it's at. So we'll have to watch the first 15 minutes of the day, and that's what we do with a lot of these guys. You know, a big indicator of what these are going to do is going to all be based off of the first 15 minutes of every day. I mean, I use that a lot, and it'll kind of tell me what it's going to do for that day in particular. Whether or not I want to hold it as a swing, get rid of it. If I picked up and dropped off in the same day, I guess you could say, doing a day trade, pattern day trade, whatever you want to call it. But you know, I'd definitely be on the lookout for that, because once it hits that 50-day EMA, it's definitely probably going to bounce back, and it's going to go hit it's going to test these lows again, or low percentiles, and I mean, I'm be thinking somewhere. Oh, hold on, get rid of that. Damn it! All right, sorry about that, guy. But yeah, it'll probably be somewhere up in here, and it should test its new lows too. So I'm going to say about 130, in between 135 and 136 is where it might, kind of fall back, kind of, make its new home, and then kind of balance itself out and trade sideways. So, definitely be on the lookout for that. We'll check it out. Hopefully you guys join me tomorrow for the first 15 minutes. If not, I'm also going to start uploading a video, at least, you know, taking snippets of the live trades and uploading them, because we trade live every day. So if you're trading live with us, you get that first 15 minutes, you get a recap on all this. You're in there. You're you're trading with us daily, making the profits that we make. Had a couple of good trades today with, let me see here, Netflix. Netflix was real good. Everybody thought Netflix was going to snap back and go bearish, but I stuck with it on the bullish and made a little over 300 bucks. So that was nice to see. And then, GE. I'm in the GE already. That will be coming up to GE, but that's on a nice. That you're going long on GE, and it should recover pretty nicely. And if you get the right strike price, I can show you what I did tomorrow. If you guys just want to know what strike to get into, let me know, and I'll send those details your way. But GE is definitely something to look forward to, because with everything going on with China and all the trade wars and metal, and I mean, everything has been hit, and now it's just, the market's been performing badly. Everybody knows it, and we've had our good days, but there is always time for an up climb, and it needs it, and there's certain stocks that it's just their time where they have that breakout and they do great that day, and then it's, you got the others that are doing horrible. I mean, so, but anyways, let's get back to it. AMAT, this is a personal favorite of mine. Now, AMAT is, you're looking at a descending flag. So AMAT is going to be a nice short. You might even be able to make money on the top, because it'll probably is going to go up. By tomorrow morning, you're going to see the price rise. And if you want to get in and out real quick, and then find that resistance, because I mean, it's not going to be much of a play for you, but you still got some wiggle room to grow, and you're going to be looking right around like 36 bucks, where it'll go up to. I mean, it closed its day at 34.30, so it'll hit up to about 36 bucks before it takes that oversold position, and it's so overbought, or I'm sorry, so overbought that it's literally gonna bottom, and that's where your puts come in. As long as you're reading your Greeks right, and you understand, implied volatility, your intrinsic value, extrinsic value. You should be pretty fine with the options until you know these things. You're really comfortable with them. I wouldn't recommend trading the options by yourself, but I mean, obviously, you can get in on the same trades that we do every day. Like I said, just trade along live with us. And we can, you know, hopefully get you guys in them green days like us. But no, AMBA, that's just another downward bearish, just another bearish signal. Just keep watching it. Boeing, here we go. Now, 1 second. See, AA could go up. I don't know. I had to check AA back out because I keep looking at it, and it's tough to say if it's going to find its new home, but it's highly unlikely. I feel like it's going to be a little bullish because I mean you got a nice little gap between the MACD and the moving average, but that RSI is still showing it's super extended, so and overbought. So we're just, you know, I mean, I'm gonna keep that bearish point on it, but like I was saying, it probably can go bullish. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump back in there and just go back and forth. But anyways, back to Boeing. Now, Boeing's a descending triangle. As you can see, when it finishes itself out, it's going to look right around that 294 range. So, I mean, you're going to have to look at your, let's see what the options are for here for Boeing. Like, see what they're trading for, you know, the weeklies, and then we'll check next week's. But, you know, let's see here. Let's go back to our chart, and let's find a comfortable spot we could be comfortable with. I think we're going to call it right about here. I bet you this is where it's going to test its true new bottoms. So 309. So, I mean, you're going to need a pretty decent strike price. Let's see here. Let's see here. And that's for could do that by Friday. Friday about 3:15. Let's see here. These 750s are a bet. I mean, it's definitely gonna descend enough to where, you know, it's at 320. You know, like I was saying, like something like 315. That moving average, I could definitely see that moving average somewhere right in here. You know, but I mean, even if we test that bottom at 310, even call it 310. You know, I mean that's you're looking at. I mean, even these $2.91 ones, I mean, could possibly touch. I'd be more comfortable, to be honest, going with something more like 345, but grabbing up like 4 or 5 of those contracts, and I mean that's 312. You know, you know, it'd be cutting it close, but you're also in yeah, and it'll hit that bottom. Buy this, I mean that'll go up tremendously, and you know your option, and you'll be selling out probably about like freaking $14 to $19 on it. You know, I could guarantee you. I mean, keep watching Boeing, but the way it's been trading and the way everything's been going, I'm definitely seeing a downtrend with Boeing. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it and keep looking to make sure, you know, we get it. But Alibaba, just another one, daily good trader. Here, let's see what the charts are showing. You know, it's got a good movement to where I feel like it could have a decent, you know, breakout. But there we go. It could have a decent little. There we go. So see that bounce, that's right, a little higher. Yeah. I mean, you're looking at more like a double top too. This will probably be sold off in the morning, to be honest with you. But it'll probably bounce back. It'll test these lows again. You know, somewhere right around in here. You know, we'll even call them right about there. It'll test somewhere around these lows that it's been testing. You know, at its bottom lows. In all aspects, you might even be looking somewhere around here. You can make money on both, but it'll probably have a breakout. But I would definitely after the first 15 minutes of the day tomorrow, we'll check Alibaba out for sure. See what they're doing. see what play they're going to make, because it could be, you know, it could go either way with Alibaba. They're pretty volatile. We like to trade pretty volatile stocks. Their volatility is pretty high. Our parameters for our scanners are pretty special, and it's taken years to perfect them. But I mean, if you look for the right volatility, you put in the right factors, the right everything, you can really, get a solid list of, 100 to 200, stocks, even 50 to 100. If 100, 200 is too much for you to work with, and try to go through real quick. But I mean, if you want to spend a few hours at it, I try to at least go through 50 to 100 of them, and come up with 25 that then I'll break down to 10, 12 of them for you guys, and then keep my eye on all of them, and then keep seeing what's majorly staying in play too throughout the week, and that's you'll notice some of these will keep staying on the daily watch lists, and that weekly watch list will have a lot of those same variations of the day. Like one day you might not see GE on there, but for 3 days it might be on there. You know what I mean? On the dailies compared to the weekly watch list that we're sending out. But yeah, sorry. Back to oh, well, we're not even doing Baba. Here we go. That's why I'm sorry guys. I'm all over the place here. AMAT BA. So here we go. Now we're on to GE. This is the position I had. Make sure I got all these. A few more. See what else got my notes down here from when I do my technical analysis to relay the message to you guys. I don't really have a plan when I do this. Kind of try to make a, obviously I write out my watch list. I kind of get it together. I get it all in here, and I choose from all these. I mean, you can obviously see everything's in here from my scan here. I'm not going to give you my scan parameters, though. It's that top secret gold there. No, seriously, though, but, you'll notice a few of them that I put on that today's watch list. Kind of the same, like Netflix. I believe I might have had GE on there. All right, now let's see here. We're bowling. All right, perfect. Let's talk about leaving off perfect. So you guys got a couple little extra, but now we're on Citigroup. Banking. It's it's looking like a bear flag pattern. I mean, they got a good, nice little separation between the moving average and the MACD, so it could climb a little bit. But I mean, my guess is it's going to reach these highs here, and then these lows, and it's going to touch back down, and then it'll probably sideways trade for a while. I mean, they have those moments where they either break out, especially with banking stocks. I mean, you can tell with Citigroup what it's done. Here, even past 180 days, it's had its like trade sideways, a little bit of moments, but that major drop, it's not going to just recover. It's going to start after that major drop. Let's see what we got for the year. Yeah, that's its biggest drop in a while. Holy cow! But I mean, bank stocks. Let's see what the news has to say. Well, bank stocks rally in 2019. I mean, it could, but it's not going to happen anytime in the next week. And a lot of these are based on the options plays. That's what I like to play a lot, is the options. So a lot of these are based on the options. I mean, I have a few maybe tradable stocks in there, even GE. I may do GE just, all out shares, and then when it comes time, short it. But I mean, I'm in an option play right now. That might be tomorrow. I don't know. We're going to have to look at what it's doing in the first 15 minutes of the day. But let's see here. Let's see what Citi's trading at. Let's go back to that chart. Citi's about to have a nice drop. See, it's a little overextended, but it's going to kind of try to balance itself out. We might maybe have a spike up to about 60. And like I said, we got to see what it's doing for the first 15 minutes of the day, but My guess is it'll spike a little, drop, spike, drop, so the MACD and the RSI can level itself out, and then you'll notice once that's kind of leveled out, because those are kind of indicators to buy. Like this is a buy signal right here. This is, I mean, it's a neutral signal. It's kind of in the middle. It's trading right where it should be, and it could potentially have a breakout. I mean, this is a breakout pattern. It all depends what you see. We can see this hit, especially if it drops down to here. Now that's another thing I'm looking for. I'm hoping that this drops and we get that double bottom, and then we have a huge breakout. I mean, that would be a nice double play on it within a couple days to, you know, really kind of cash in on some nice profits. So we'll see what it does tomorrow morning. But now on to G. This is a play that this is that play that I found now. If you notice, the width of the MACD is ridiculous right now. Like they're with here on the downtrend, and now it's just starting to widen out and widen out, and it's taking that 14-day EMA, and now it's starting to bounce on that, and it's, you know, it's pretty much living in that VWAP, and it's once that it already crossed, you know, the 50-day. And now if we can just, you know, see what that next 15 minutes is, see if it's a nice short signal or buy signal. I mean, I'm assuming the way the markets, everything is going to go, we're going to get a nice buy signal and have a rally early in the morning for GE. And then, you know, GE should, you know, hold its position when it rallies, but then that'll be the time to get out. You know, I mean, I got in more or less somewhere around here. You know what I mean? So I got in, you know, what did I get in at? Like 7 something, 790, almost $8. So I mean, I'm hoping for a little bit more of a rally so then I can cash out. But I mean, I'll see what that first signal is to see what I'm gonna do, and then either I'll cash out, you know, right away, and then buy a put to catch the reversal, because it will reverse and it'll find its home somewhere around the range where it's at right now, and then it'll trade sideways for a little bit. You know, that's what it tends to do for a while. So let's get back to that 180-day 4-hour chart. You know, but yeah, hopefully we can get it up into the 12s. That'd be nice. But you know, that was back in October. I'm more thinking, you know, probably about 10 at most. If we can get a good breakout for it, that would be phenomenal. If not, you know, like I said, we'll get up in there to the 9s, and you know, then it'll do its reversal. But I'm hoping that it holds its strength, but it's looking pretty overextended, and it's looking like, you know, I mean, like I said, we have to see what the first 15 minutes. First 15 minutes is crucial, man. That first 15 minutes of every day is crucial. I don't know how to stress that enough. See, we got GS. you're in a bearish trend, but you know, hopefully we might be able to get a double. I mean, you know, hopefully we can see a double top out of it. But oh yeah, double top sloppy ass handwriting line. But no, this has a possibility for a double top, living somewhere around in here. All right, just put this, and it should trade down, trade up, trade down, and go down. And maybe it might test that bottom again, and then go up a bit, and then break. But you're looking, I'm hoping for the double top, and then get in on that put on Goldman, you know. But as far as it's looking, I mean, it's looking pretty bearish to me. You know, Goldman, all banking stocks are kind of doing pretty shitty right now. So they're good to short. They're good short positions or put positions. You know, which is just a short position, but it's a good short position. So you know, definitely keep an eye on Goldman. Now Microsoft, good old Microsoft, kind of just trading sideways. Oh, MSFT, buddy. What was that? There the hell here? This is not what I want. Media First Solutions. You know what? We're just gonna skip you. Obviously. Let's see here. SFT. I've typed that in a million times. That would not come. There we go. Here we are. No, we're not skipping you. Microsoft's a good play. Oh, sorry. Let's see here. This is a bullet pattern. You're looking at a bull triangle. You got a nice bull triangle coming in. Right in there. Bull triangle coming in. Should break out. And where I got you marked here, right around that 110 is where it should live. So in between about 104 to 110 is where it'll find its new home and start trading sideways for a while. Like around here, you know. Say from here to here. You can kind of see. I'm going to have to darken these lines up for you guys so you can see them. Let me do like a less. Let's just do 3 months on the day. Be a little easier to see them. Be a little easier to see your patterns too. But yeah, you got that bull triangle, and it's coming out nice. This will definitely have a breakout. You know, like I said, pushing 110. It might even test a new high. It'd be nice if it tested new highs. But you know, let's see, when was the last? 116. Yeah, I'd be happy with 113 testing these highs right here. But if it could push its high, which I highly doubt, but I mean even anywhere in the 110 I'm happy with. But yeah, it'll definitely be Microsoft will definitely be a good play. Now Netflix. Took a long position on Netflix today and it paid off. It was looking a bit overextended and overbought. I know a lot of a couple other traders in my group here. We were talking and they were thinking about, you know, buying a couple puts on it. And I just didn't see it happening at the way it was trading along that along the moving average line and then the EMA line. It you know, coupled them with like the low, you know, overbought, finally reaching a point of oversold right here. And this is where you're going to get out. I mean, that huge breakout, within the 15 minutes, you're going to have a drop. So, I mean, you know, first order, if you're in Netflix right now, that's my first order business tomorrow. I'm not using it as a day trade. I'm going to be part of that dump off in the first 15 minutes. So you can set your market order. You can set your order to fill right when the market opens. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can do that with your Robinhood, whatever you're using. But I know with interactive brokers like I use or TD Ameritrade, you know, set your order, get that filled right away, and you know, I'd recommend definitely getting on Netflix about now. I mean, you might even have some room to grow. You might even see a spike. You know, we might even hit a high somewhere around here, testing this high right here. It'd be cool. You know, hey, I would not be complaining. We'll see what the first 15 minutes do. But at some point tomorrow, Netflix is going to drop. It's going to have to drop. I mean, there's no, you know, it's not going to be on this like continuous climb like it was today. That's super, you know what I mean? It's, you know, it went from shit. Let's see here. It jumped what it jumped the last time in, what is that? For about 4 months, 3-4 months, in a couple days. You know, so I mean, definitely keep an eye out for that for the first 15 minutes of the day. Hopefully you guys trade along tomorrow. You know, if you want, message me. I'll here, hold on. Hit the page and hit the Facebook page, send me a message. Let me put a piece of there you go. I'll even leave that right there for you guys. And then, you can, just like the page and follow along. Send me a message. I'll send you the link. You can follow the screen if you're interested in doing one-on-one trades, so you can really know how to do your own technical analysis and find out how to really read, ascending triangles, descending triangles, head and shoulder. I mean, there's so many different patterns. It's ridiculous, and everything has a way to fall into everything else. You can't just read a pattern and expect to get a play. You can't just read the RSI. I mean, I know traders that think like, oh, it's here, I'm going to buy here because it looks like it did that, but you did not know what it was going to do right there. That could have been a little spike and then a drop, and it would have balanced itself out. I mean, the RSI is just a guideline. It helps, but it's not telling you when and not to trade. Same with the MACD. I mean, just because the MACD shows green does not mean go. I know there's some people that like think that, but it does not mean go. I mean, it's showing at the moment. Yeah, everybody's trading, and this would be a good. I mean, this according to the MACD, I mean, it looks good. It's separated. That's what I was thinking. It'll probably go up. It might test the roof of like 333. Might have a good buy in the morning. If not, we could have a drop. And we'll see what it does in the first 15 minutes. And then, Netflix, make it our bitch. But seriously though, just definitely get on with it. And then but moving on now so we can wrap this up for you guys. We got AT&T, AT&T's it's showing a bull triangle, it's got the bull triangle here, but it had its breakout point and then it dropped and then it tested that same high. I feel like it's going to test this again, but it should crash. I mean, it might even make a new, where it's going to test its new areas somewhere right along here. And it's a little high here. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, we'll call it like somewhere right around here. Right there. All right. And it should definitely, hopefully it'll have its little drop off, balance itself out, where the RSI can kind of balance itself out, and then go, because it is showing it's a bit overextended, but you know it's AT&T and it's pretty stable. So I mean, if it had this, it'll still ride itself. It should, hopefully get itself back to its September October range. But I mean, if not, I'm more or less. I mean, we'll know within, like I said, man, the first 15 minutes of the day. That'll indicate a lot to follow up on these stocks. You can't just watch this like nightly video, and then say, "Oh, I'm going to trade these stocks off of exactly what you said." Like this might be bearish, this might be, because, like I said, that 15 minutes is so important. It can change everything. That's why it's a watch list. It's not a buy this. It's a watch list, and you're supposed to watch it to see what it keeps doing. So, we got our last one here, and that's Visa. Now, sorry about that. Visa's in a falling wedge. You see that? It kind of retested itself here, and it'll probably, do a little bit of a drop. But I mean, you're going to be able to probably, depending on, like, depending on that first 15 minutes of a day, I'm really hoping that it'll bounce more or less like right about here, and then right about here. So we get that double bottom, and then we should see a breakout to the 145. Visa, it should have, you know, that should be, it should. I mean, if not, we're in a good point where we're going to go up a little bit where we could have a bit of an extension, and then we'll be able to play the puts. That's why we'll watch Visa a little bit longer than just, well, we'll have pay attention to that first 15 minutes, but we'll watch Visa, throughout the day, kind of see what it's doing. That might be a tomorrow play. We'll really see what the day starts to take shape of for tomorrow to see what we're going to do with Visa. So I really hope you guys, gain some knowledge from this. Like I said, the best way to really learn is to, trade live with me. Do a one-on-one so you can ask questions. We have full lesson plans. We can go over with you, or if you want to set up, a one-on-one schedule every 3 days, once a week, whatever it may be, hour a day for an hour a day, once a week, twice a week, whatever. You can set that up, and we'll go over a specific, I guess you could say, like, schedule that we could set, in curriculum, based off of what what you don't know, what you're interested in learning. I mean, not everybody's interested in learning options. I like options. I do penny stocks too. I got a few things going on penny stock. If you guys are interested in a penny stock list, give me a shout out, and I'll throw one together, and I'll do like an options. I mean, the few of these, like GE, that's, you trade that like a penny stock. I mean, I know it's not $5, but let's see what we got here. Right here, that'll be a good one. This will be a real good one. This will actually test some new waters and have a nice breakout. You know what I mean? This is like a nice volume wide. So this should definitely, at least hit that 393. So if you're looking into a penny stock thing, that might be something you guys want to do here. I'm even going to add that onto the daily, because that's just a good play. It's not something for options, but it's a good play. Any will be a good play for tomorrow. Definitely pay attention to that first 15 minutes, but it'll definitely be a good play. But no, like I was saying, if you guys really, I'm the best way to learn. Just follow along, ask questions, ask as many questions as you want. You can go to also put the link up here for you, and then you guys can go to investmentempire.yahoo.com, and that'll get you. That's where you can set up all the webinars. We'll have the webinar scheduled. Usually try to schedule at least one or two in advance, with topics and everything like that. And then you guys can set up the one-on-ones, all that. So that way we keep a schedule of it. I know who's who. It's a little hard to keep up with that, especially through Facebook. Like, hey, I got multiple people almost at the same time. Like, you need to blah 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 blah. So whatever, but. We'll get you guys all in, and we'll make sure we get you guys profitable. Like I said, this is a smaller group, so it's not something where we're gonna have thousands of members or anything like that. I mean, we started with less than 20 people, and we just all traded together and fed off each other. Three of us really kind of started the group. My mentor, he kind of really started it. I sort of followed along with him, and now I'm pretty much take it. I mean, that was, God, what, shit, 9 years ago. 10 years ago, shit, yeah, 10 years ago, when I really started to take it serious. And I was like 20 years old, but he took me under his wing, showed me everything. And now, I mean, he does a lot more real estate stuff. He still trades, but I mean, he's big into the real estate, and he just is, taking it to a whole other level. But that's enough about that. But no, I really do, that's why you won't see too much of him. But I really do, hope you guys do end up following along with me, and just keep up the good work and staying green, and just trying to do what you guys do every day. I mean, my goal is to help you become a profitable trader, because the more people we have, groups move better together. You know what I mean? We can all feed off of each other's ideas, and if you guys are all profitable traders along with me being a profitable trader, Cameron being a profitable trader, like, us all being profitable traders, that, gives everybody the idea, everybody's able to share ideas, and, we're all able to get in the best trades, and, we know what we're doing, and, you can give, one person may see something differently than another person, that happens all the time, and it's good to get feedback, and, kind of just converse with each other and talk with each other. So, but, I'm going to get back to you guys tomorrow morning. We're going to do a live we'll do another live stream. Do them every day. I'll share the screen daily. And if you guys want to get in on the group trades, you know, if you hear me talk, it'll be to other members. Most of it's just chatting. You know, we share ideas over chat. A lot of the couple other people, you know, especially the original core people I started with, they're not big on being on the camera and all that, which is, you know, that's on them. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's a little weird. But I mean, I like helping people, and you know, if I can get us all green, we're all happy. So, but you know, that's it for tonight. You know, I hope you guys all have a blessed night. Oh, here, let me get that so you can schedule that out to you. Hold on. One second. Gotta make sure I remember that link. Just change the link. Kind of set up something all new for all that. Like a whole new platform, makes it a little bit easier, just like the new Facebook page, you know, all that stuff. We're trying to do everything geared towards being able to help everybody. Before it was just, you know, we were a group and there were only a few people that were learning from the majority, and now it's, you know, we're trying to get the majority to learn from the few, if that makes sense. So, hold on one second. There it is. Yondo. Investmentempire.yondo.com. It'll be that HTTPS. Don't put a www. Just investmentempire.yahoo.com. Yondo.com. Sorry, I said Yahoo again, but yeah. Investmentempire.yondo.com. That'll be where you can sign up for all of your one-on-ones. You can sign up for, you know, pretty much anything you're interested in. You know, the groups. We have the like I said, we have the webinars, that type of stuff. Send out daily and weekly watch lists. For those of you interested in the Forex, I trade Forex as well. I'll send out signals, stuff like that. Let me know if you're interested. So if you're interested in getting the Forex signals, and you know, I'll maybe even just start like a little message board, or on the Discord site, I'll have a section where I just give all the signals. So make sure you go ahead and like the Discord site. You know, all the links are right in the page. Just you know, follow that page along, and you know, I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow.